and foremost to make myself feel good about me, but I also want to attract that right person. I don't want to stay bitter. I don't want to stay, thinking that it's all about me and there's never going to be a compromise. That's not a good way to think about relationships, that, oh, well, I am how I am and take it or leave it. I think that's a really, really bad way to go into a relationship or expect that you're going to find someone, that's going to be worth it or that's going to put up with you, right? Well, this is how I am, so take it or leave it, or there's the door. Like,
But
that's not a good way to be in a relationship, I don't think.
I mean, I completely agree, and I think it's romantic relationship, but any type of relationship. If you want to, you could be. I once read this Reddit post where this person was just owning the fact that they only had two friends, and they weren't compromising on anything. He's like, oh, it's fine, I'm alone now, I have two friends, and that's that. Like, if you are unwilling to compromise, if you want to be unapologetically yourself and not changing things, that's what's going to happen. You're just going to have two people in your life, or one or zero. And this person
Which
was
is
so,
also fine if that's what's good for you, by the way.
exactly,
Yeah.
it's fine. And this person was, they were saying, I don't keep in touch with my family, blah blah blah. I have these two people, and that's that. And they were saying, this is who I am. And so they were talking about how they didn't go to a wedding, and now, am I the a-hole for not going to the wedding, etc., etc. And ultimately this person was saying, I don't really care, like, this person's angry, but I'm just, what happened. And this person is completely owning it. So if you want to completely own it, that's fine. Just know that that's what's going to happen, because you're not we're all so different from each other that if you're unwilling to compromise, you're just going to be on your own. And if that's what you want, that's fine. But if you want to surround yourself with friends, family, and partner, and work for, in a working area. I think this person was like a web developer, working for him or herself. So, really completely loner on his own. But if you want to, have a career and be surrounded by people, you need to compromise. Not a lot,
Yeah.
not change who you are, but compromise. That's how we live in community.
Yeah, I don't
But
think
I think
compromise like your values, right? Don't compromise your values, don't
no.
compromise, your standards, that kind of thing. Like that, I'm not willing to drop down on my standard or, what I expect from a relationship. But what you're saying is, yeah, if you're gonna stick to that, then expect that you're only gonna be surrounded by two people in your whole life, and that's gonna be
Yeah.
it. Yeah, that's
But
a good point.
I think the problem is that most people aren't okay with it. They don't want to compromise, and they don't want to take responsibility or accountability. They don't want to take action, but they're like surprised that that nothing's working for them. And it's okay to say, look, I am the common denominator. I am going out with all the wrong people, or I am making the wrong choices, or even if someone else is to blame. Like, I always say this, and I hate it. Like, I just hate it when people just don't stop blaming the world for all their problems and all their issues. And yes, other people may be to blame. Your childhood may be to blame, the way you were raised, the people you were surrounded with, whatever. But like, what is that going to help anything? You can't, at some point, you need to take accountability, and you need to start taking action in your own life and just do something about it. And it's okay to say, there's A, B, C, D, E in me that I need to work on. And that's fine. And I just can't stand that, whole victimhood thing where, no one's loving me for who I am, and no one's willing to date me, or no, this is not working and that's not working, and I'm still single and I'm lovable, whatever, but we're not actually doing anything to change it, or we're expecting to get perfect when we're not giving perfect, as you said, Marty. So it's like, it just at some point, and I think again, it's not about lowering your standards, and it's not about giving up on your values, because those very much need to stay up here. It's about understanding that no person in any type of relationship you have in your life is going to be perfect, and is always going to require some form of compromise. And you just have to decide on what you're willing to compromise on and what you're not. And I think we just want someone to come and blow us away and sweep us off our feet. And I found that that's only preventing us from meeting the right people in our lives.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. I think you said it
Hi,
perfectly.
JT.
Oh, hi, JT. I don't know JT, but hi.
Hello.
Yeah, I think this is very interesting, and I honestly think I can talk about this all day, especially with just being so okay with being alone until you find that right person, like Allison had mentioned at the beginning, just being confident in who you are and what you do for yourself is really important. And you start attracting better. I think that's a huge thing, that when you're better, you attract better in every aspect of your life, whether it's work, relationships, your friends. I mean, just opportunities. You attract better opportunities when you are that better version of yourself, that better version that I feel like so many of us are always trying to get to. We're trying to become better. And that's a good thing, that you're not staying stagnant, that you're not staying the person that you say you are because of how you grew up, right? A lot of the times we blame like our past, or I know for me, I used to blame like my parents didn't show me love, so how am I going to find love, or how am I going to love myself? Nope, that's not my story anymore. It's I can do it for myself. And we all can. I think we all can, and get to that point where we really appreciate ourselves and love ourselves. And once you do that, I think you also inspire other people, right? Like you ladies, I love hearing you speak and talk about it, because you're inspiring other people to really go out and find what you need to do to love yourself, to find that love, and to validate yourself and feel like you deserve better in this world. So you're definitely an inspiration, and I love what you're doing. And I love seeing you guys, and I appreciate you having me on.
Thank you so much. I think that's such a lovely note to kind of wrap up on. I think it's great. I think seeing people who just want to make the world just even one person better is still it's still such an achievement. And I think all of us here kind of want to make that our mission, and I think that that's great.
Yeah, thank you for the work you do.
Well, thank you, and you're welcome.
Yeah, so you can find me at Marty Ortiz Coaching, all one word. And if you want to DM me any questions after having watched this or having heard anything, please do. I'm open to answering questions. My programs are listed in my link in that profile at Marty Ortiz Coaching. And then there's my website, visiontrack.com. And you can always go on there too and check out some of the blogs that I've written. So you can get a sense of, the type of coaching that I do. But mostly on Instagram and Facebook at Marty Ortiz Coaching is where you're going to find me.
And Michelle and I are, same old Pop Culture Cupid on all the social media platforms, YouTube, Spotify. Follow us, leave a like. Thank you, Marty.